pretty awesome.
Pretty good.
Best camp weather you've had?
Oh yeah, no question. I've been used to about 120 and a hairdryer the last 3 years.
You use a hairdryer?
No. I said that way over Cutler's head.
I'm worried about your hair, not mine, dude.
Lubbock, Texas is about 110 with a 20-mile-per-hour wind.
It was a dry heat.
Yeah. Oh, it was dry. Yeah, dry heat. The wind blew. It was like a hairdryer.
So Mark said that Zach Myers is out with a minor foot injury. Does that kind of wrap up the center battle for now? Or?
Nah, we got to see. He did it early in practice, so I really don't have a whole lot of knowledge about it. He probably has a little bit more info about it than I do. We'll just see. I think how long he's going to be out and all those type of things. We got to get Zach West and Max Godby. Those guys got to step up, next man up.
Are you getting closer on quarterback?
We're getting closer. Nothing we're going to talk about there, Joe. But we're getting closer. Getting some separation there as things go. Because I think anytime you get separation, that means some people are starting to play well. And that's been a positive.
Is there a chance you're not going to tell us at all? That you're just going
There's a good chance, man. There's a good chance. I don't know. That's going to be up to Coach Stoops. But I figure, why tell Western? Let them figure it out.
Mark said he was pleased with things like blitz pickup today, the best he's seen.
We did. There was some give and take today, which is positive because you never want to be where offense completely dominates your preseason or spring, or defense completely dominates either. So today we really had our best day. We did a run segment that I thought we performed well. Our blitz pickup, which was third and medium today, that's the best we've had all camp. And then defense turned around and got after us pretty good in our finals team setting there.
What about red zone stuff? How well have you been executing that?
We've done well. And that's something. We've got a good plan. We've been definitely the last 2 years at Tech. We've been really good in the red zone. That's something we spend a lot of time teaching, a lot of time practicing, and then the quarterbacks understand. Our number one goal down there is to get points, and you got to take care of the ball to get points. Obviously, we want to score touchdowns, but the number one objective is to score points.
We've talked a lot about these new receivers that have impressed. Have they elevated the play of the veteran guys or any of those?
Yeah,
guys
I think anytime you have competition, it brings out better play. There's no question. You guys watched on Friday. I mean, we're a lot better at receiver than we were at any point during the spring. Just because our older guys have improved because they're getting pushed. But I think that what you're seeing is, and what I've been impressed. This is the one thing about the young guys. A lot of times freshmen kind of hit walls. But Timmons had a great day today. Alex Montgomery, they had really positive days today. And those freshmen aren't hitting walls like you see sometimes. And part of that has to do with they see the light at the end of the tunnel. They know they're going to play.
What's the process for them? What's the process for a wide receiver in this offense? You just kind of, from the time they learn it until now, what kinds of things are they supposed to pick up better from over that
Well,
time?
I think the game just slows down a little bit. It'll be different once we get into competition because we're getting, when you're in preseason camp, you start getting the same look over and over, so they get comfortable. But I think the biggest thing for those wideouts is being able to get the play from the sideline, line up fast at the tempo we want to execute, and then doing their technique right.
Almost every practice, Alex Montgomery's name jumps out. Your mouth or the coach's mouth, whatever. What separates him? What makes him that good?
He's making plays, Lon. It's like I don't know if it was the last time I talked to you all or the time before, but we've got to have playmakers, and he's making a lot of plays. Like he made several plays in that third down blitz pickup they were talking about today. He's winning one-on-one opportunities and making grabs.
Neal, when Timmons announced, he said a big benefit for him would be knowing the offense, come in, hit the ground running, and help other guys with it. In fact, has he benefited from that? Have you seen
it's
that?
it's a smaller learning curve for him. It's definitely. Obviously this level's bigger, faster, and stronger, but a lot of the concepts we may call it slightly different, but a lot of the concepts are exactly the same for him.
Stu said JoJo is like a pit bull. He can imagine him pulling a knife out of his sock during drills and trying to stab someone.
I don't know about that.
That was Stoops' line.
Do that?
I hope not. He is. He attacks, and that's a little bit of Coach Scott's personality coming in too. I think all those running backs have really competed hard. I think Ray, keeps getting better. I think people are going to be pleasantly surprised at Raymond Sanders this year. I expect big things from him. John George kind of a steady Eddie, and then JoJo and Deshaun. We need those guys. and they're different running styles, but we need those guys to come, and they are, and they're going to play.
Gary, last one.
Yeah, right now, I mean, how do you see their role in this offense as you try to develop quarterbacks and receivers?
JoJo and Deshaun?
Running backs in general.
Running backs? Oh, no, I mean, we're going to have to be able to run the ball, guys. I mean, we're not in a position, I mean, we're talking about freshman receivers, and all that sounds good in this setting, but at the end of the day, they're still 17, 18 years old, and they're still going to have to go out there and play. And for us to put all our cards in their deck, okay, all our eggs in their basket, that wouldn't be real wise for myself or Coach too. So we're going to have to run the ball. We're going to lean on some offensive linemen that have some experience, and then those running backs that have been through the wars, and then we got those new guys. Deshaun's not new, but he doesn't have a ton of experience. Deshaun and JoJo, as they come along, they're going to be factors also.
Mark said Jalen broke 1 for 50 yesterday. Does he give your running game, it's just an added dimension?
Yeah, he helps. He helps. And I thought Coach Stoops, voiced it very well. I mean, he's going to play at some point. If he wins a job, he wins a job. Plays all the time. If he doesn't, then he's going to play some. He's a good runner. People have to account for him, which, not to get in too complex, but they got to account one, sometimes two people for him on the backside of runs, which makes your, create space, and that's what you want, space in the running game.
As a coordinator, does that excite you? I mean, just the idea and is that an offense that you've run in the past? Is this
we were a lot like that at Troy. Tony was calling the plays. We were a lot like that in 06, 07. We had a guy that almost threw for 3,000 and rushed for, I think y'all have to look back at the stats, but I want to say in the 600 to 800 range. He was a dual threat guy. So yeah, that's not something that's out of my realm or anything. I feel comfortable doing that. We've been practicing a lot of his stuff in the spring and through preseason. But he's a guy that has playmaking ability, that can do things with the ball. Now for him to win the job, he's got to be efficient passer and those type of things too. But his running ability is definitely a plus. Thank you all. Have a good day.